Hello everyone, and welcome to the Weekly Report. I'm Rod Richardson with the City Communications Office. The City of Fountains is adding one more fountain, and this time is in the Northland. Today I'm at the site of the Choto Heritage Fountain, where City Council members are announcing plans to honor the father of Kansas City.
Good morning. We are here today at the site of this extraordinary monument, the Francois Choto Memorial Fountain. And we are here today because we have an exciting announcement. The council members that have been working on this diligently for years are only working on it diligently for years because of the extraordinary efforts of Keith Nelson and Dick Davis, who really brought this to us a long time ago. And so today we are so grateful to be at this point. So we're going to open it up. We're going to let the chairman of this organization, Keith Nelson, talk to us about why exactly we are here, what we're doing, and how we are honoring the very first entrepreneur in Kansas City.
Francois Choto, when he established this fur trading post here in this area, we had a number of Native American nations that were here, and down between where Harris is now and Cerners, there was a natural limestone outcrop of rock there, and that's where Francois established his trading post, because that's where the Native Americans would gather. It was a gathering place for them, but they also crossed the Missouri River at that point.
So Heather, Kevin, and I conspired to present him with a proclamation signed by the three of us that acknowledges the work that he has been doing for our city for the years. Keith, with great appreciation for all the work that you have done and all the work that you are continuing to do, on behalf of Heather, Kevin, and me, we are very proud to present you with this proclamation.
For those of you who don't remember, this was the place you tried to avoid. Because there was nothing, well, depending on how one defined good, there was really nothing good here. And we have this wonderful parkway that you see here. But in order to activate a place like this, you have to have a reason to come here, something that would bring you from not only the neighborhood, but from all points of this city to come and enjoy what is here now, this improvement that was built less than 10 years ago. And that's developing here right now. But those things don't happen without vision and people who are prepared to work hard for that vision. And if you haven't figured it out by now, that's who Keith Nelson is. Someone who comes up with what some may consider just a very crazy idea. How are you possibly going to do that? And then he goes about his business and does it.
The Streetcar Extension Project was awarded a federal grant this week. Check out this video about the project.
Well, we got news this morning of a $50.8 million grant from the Federal Transit Administration to launch our Kansas City Streetcar Main Street Extension Project. It's a big day for Kansas City. We're realizing a vision for public transportation that has been literally decades in the making. Many folks have contributed lots of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, literally, to try to make this project happen. And today is really a milestone day, and we couldn't be more excited for the city to make that dream come true. This means we're moving forward on time, on schedule, and it really solidifies our federal commitment to our project. We've been working for many years, and this is really the first federal stake in the ground that we have a federal partnership that's going to help us build this project sort of on time, on schedule. So we couldn't be more excited. We're going to start seeing activity in the right-of-way, utility relocation. We're going to be moving forward with final design behind the scenes, and then really transitioning to construction of some of the streetcar assets starting in 2021 for a few years, opening in 2025. So again, this keeps our project on time, on budget, and we couldn't be happier to have a federal partner.
Kansas City International Airport just received 3 more electric buses. These buses will be used to transport passengers from the parking lots to the terminal. KCI is the first airport in the nation to use battery electric buses to serve its passengers.
How are these buses to drive?
They are, it's like floating on air, really easy to operate. They don't have a lot of harmonics. Harmonics, what I mean by that is you don't feel a lot of the hums and any of the road through the steering wheel. There's no transmission, there's no rear end, so there's no shifting, there's no clicking and popping. They're really good to ride in because anxiety from noise is not there. So a lot of people that get off a loud plane can get in one of these vehicles, and you can see their levels of relaxing really show up when they get on the bus after being on a loud plane humming in their ears, and then they get on this and this thing's almost silent. And usually you don't see as much driver fatigue on these. There's no RPM listening to. That's another thing the drivers have to get used to. It's not hearing a motor and listening to a motor rev up, because there's no rev up. It's the same all the time. It's really, if I do a tour, usually that's the first thing I'm gonna do is go get an electric bus, because we can have conversations and we can ask questions, and I can hear them even from the back of the bus. So it's kind of neat.
The aviation department now has a total of 7 electric buses to transport passengers. KCI first began adding alternative fuel buses in 1997, which reduced both fuel cost and vehicle emissions. The Public Works Department is also going green with an LED lighting project that is replacing streetlights across the city.
Public Works is working to convert as many of our existing streetlights to LED as possible every year to save energy and maintenance costs. This year, our project is around 1,500 lights through all council districts. The benefit of the LED lighting project is to keep the same light or improve the same light while reducing energy and maintenance costs. The 3 main arterials that we're doing on this project are Berry Road, Linwood Boulevard, and Bannister. And we thought that was a good way to get as many citizens that could be exposed to the project and benefit from it, and we would be across all council districts. So this is a piece of a larger lighting project. The Sherwood piece is approximately 250 lights that are converted to LED. The larger scope of the project is 1,500 lights across the city. So we average about 45% in energy savings costs and 25% in maintenance cost, which equates in this project to around $57,000 that we're going to save on energy costs and $15,000 in maintenance costs. Just this project alone is going to decrease the city's carbon footprint by 800 tons.
The Gillum Road Complete Streets project continues to expand. It features a 2-way cycle track that will eventually connect the trolley track trail to downtown Kansas City. A cycle track is a protected 2-way exclusive bikeway. The first phase of the project went from Armour Road to 31st Street. A second phase of the Gillum cycle track reaches from 39th Street to Brush Creek Boulevard and will be completed later this summer. The vision of the project is to connect destinations and neighborhoods using available resources and funding. The project will make our streets safer and more accessible for everyone, for cyclists and pedestrians, to transit users and vehicles. City offices and 311 will be closed Monday, September 7th for the Labor Day holiday. Curbside trash and recycling will be moved to the holiday schedule. Pickup shifts to 1 day later than normal. To find a list of the holiday trash schedule dates, go to kcmo.gov/trash. Thanks for watching the Weekly Report. I'm Rod Richardson with City Communications. Now stay tuned for more great city videos.
Hi, I'm Taryn Anderson, the Inclusion Coordinator with Kansas City Parks and Recreation. I'm here at Hospital Hill Park Playground to honor the 30th anniversary of ADA, which happened this past Sunday. As you can see in the background, Hospital Hill Park is one of our new all-inclusive playgrounds that had its grand opening in October. Hospital Hill Park Playground has a nice surface that people can wheel up on, as well as different ramps to get onto the different play features. You can also see that there is different sensory opportunities for everyone involved. Kansas City Parks and Recreation also has several other trails and playgrounds that are accessible and inclusive to everyone in the community. We also offer different adaptive and inclusive opportunities, including our new wheelchair softball field, adaptive archery, Special Olympics, to name a few. If you would like to know more, check out kcparks.org, where KC plays.
What's up, everybody? This is Wesley Hamilton. I am the Executive Director of the Disabled But Not Really Foundation. Here I am another week at KC Parks. I'm here visiting Sanford Brown Plaza. It's located off of Linwood and Brooklyn Avenue, right off 31st Street. You can access this park getting off of 71 Highway, inner city, Midtown KC. This park isn't one of those parks that have a lot of amenities, but it's very open and it is very friendly to the community, meaning it's right along a bus line. It has a playground that most of you guys can see I'm on, so meaning it's accessible. It allows people, kids in wheelchairs or any mobility devices to actually come and be a part of this and have fun with their family and friends. There are no shelters here, but there are no restrooms here. So you have to be mindful when you do come to this location. There's a swing set included in this park, but I want you guys to be mindful that this swing set probably can only accompany children that are infant to around 2 years old. On the other side of this park, it also has a basketball court and a little baseball field. So you can come out here, you can participate in sports with teams, with yourself, with your family, with your friends. You can come on the other side, enjoy yourself, watch everyone play at the park. But again, this park speaks to the community. It speaks to anyone that has accessibility issues when it comes to transportation. This would be where you could just come, have a breather, and then just get back to life. Thank you guys for checking out another KC Park. This is where KC plays. Wesley Hamilton, Disabled But Not Really.
A historic area in the West Bottoms is getting some much-needed improvements. KC Water is nearly complete with the Central Industrial District Improvements and Green Infrastructure Project, or the CID project. KC Water engineer Terry Goddard is the project manager.
It's a part of the Smart Sewer program where we're basically trying to separate stormwater from the combined system.
The CID Green Infrastructure project includes 3 areas in the West Bottoms: the Riverview, the Stockyards, and the Warehouse districts. There are new infiltration systems, new drains, permeable paved streets, gravel infiltration trenches, improved bike and nature trails. The purpose of these natural solutions is to collect, treat, and infiltrate stormwater runoff and control overflow. In the Riverview district, from Wyoming to Mulberry Street underneath the I-70 viaduct, engineers designed an infiltration system to catch rainwater, as well as an above-ground collection system.
On this side, we'll have scuppers above us that will collect drainage from the I-70 deck and empty it into these cisterns. We have 2 cisterns, one at Wyoming and then one at Mulberry Avenue.
The bike trail will have bump outs to go around the cisterns, a rest stop, and bike racks.
We work closely with the Heritage Trail Association to try to inform them what was going to go on and to give them input and let them give input on what they wanted to see down here.
The nearly $10 million project has been in the making since 2016. At the Warehouse and Stockyard districts near I-670 and Liberty Street, KC Water restored some of the original 100-year-old stones used in the roadway and combined them with the new permeable surface. This area, ideal for festivals and street markets, allows rainwater to soak through the ground. Nearby, an interactive boardwalk will allow the public to view native plants and observe the bioswale collection system.
Sit on the boardwalk and have lunch and just enjoy the view and nature.
Although COVID-19 has interrupted some construction, the CID Green Infrastructure project is expected to be substantially completed by mid-September of 2020 and final completion by the end of the year of 2020. When complete, this project will help protect the environment by reducing the amount of stormwater entering into our sewer system, which will lessen the frequency of sewer overflows. For KC Water, I'm Heather Frierson.
My name is Ariel Davis. I live in Kansas City, Missouri, and I work for Local 8, and U.S. Engineering is my contractor. Well, right now we just finished up the underground and we're working on the decks right now. So we're setting drains, setting sleeves, setting gripple. The guys that I work with, the crew I'm in, they're awesome. They're awesome. They teach me a lot, I learn a lot, and I feel comfortable now, very confident. I know whenever I first got out here and we were doing underground, it was all dirt, just dirt rocks. And now it's a structure going on, and it's pretty awesome to be a part of something like that. So when everything's all said and done, I think I'd be pretty proud to be able to say that, you know, I helped build the KCI airport. Being that it's that big, you know, I'd feel pretty special, feel like I'm somebody.
We are so happy to today welcome our colleagues from the zoo, and they brought special friends, and actually we're seeing how they're reacting to art.
Taking care of wild animals at the Kansas City Zoo, we're always looking for ways to enrich their lives and stimulate their days. And during this shutdown period, our animals really miss having visitors come out and see them.
They seem definitely to react much better to Caravaggio than to Monet. And these are Peruvian penguins, so we were speaking a bit in Spanish and they really appreciated art history.
We were happy to visit, and the penguins absolutely loved it.
Hi, I'm Randy Wistoff, Director of the Kansas City Zoo. Kind of a strange way to welcome you to Jazoo 31. Boy, what a difference a year makes. We were hoping to have Jazoo live in June. We looked in the spring. We closed the zoo for a couple months. Here we are. We tried to move it to the end of August. That didn't work out either. So here we are, online, bringing you Jazoo 31. Kind of a fun way to kick off the fourth decade of raising money for the Kansas City Zoo. All that money that we raise is so important through our Jazoo fundraiser. It's our biggest fundraiser. All the money we use for feeding the animals. That's how we pay for the groceries around here. I know everybody out there has to go to the grocery store every week. Well, imagine feeding 1,700 animals, some with really big appetites, and a variety of things that these animals eat. I think our grocery bill is about 600 grand a year. So we're just reaching out to you today to ask for your support for Jazoo 31. If you can find a way to help us feed the animals, we would appreciate it. Our goal all along is to bring you the best zoo in the world, finest in animal care, and a lot of that is due to nutrition, just like you and your household. So if you can help us, we would really appreciate it. Help us buy a few tons of hay for the elephants and help us keep the Kansas City Zoo alive and well. Thanks for your support.